Chapter 13, An Observation. It was Wednesday, so the smell of almost spaghetti filled the cafeteria. I sat with my friend Karen and 5 or 6 other girls. We ate at our regular table, right next to the one where Stephen and his friends usually sat. I'm not proud of this, but I've always been an eavesdropper. I've never gone out of my way to eavesdrop, except maybe once or twice. But if I happen to be close enough, and if people happen to be talking loud enough, I always listen. If people want to keep secrets, they should learn how to whisper. I probably wouldn't have started listening to the boys sitting behind me, but I heard Merton Lake say, "Don't be such an idiot. No one will ever travel to the sun. It's a huge bunch of burning gas, stupid." We had been learning about the solar system in science class, and I had been doing some research about the sun on my own. So when Merton said that, my ears perked up. Then Stephen said, "Still, I bet someone could go there one day. Like maybe if the sun gets cooler." "Yeah," said Milton, "or like maybe if they can find someone as dumb as you to volunteer." And then all the other guys at the table started laughing. I wanted to turn around and tackle that Merton Lake, knock him right onto the floor. He was one of the smartest boys in 5th grade and also my least favorite. Merton had been in our 4th grade class too, and he had gotten one of those highest scores on the mastery tests. After he found out Stephen's score, he teased him about it for a month, calling him names like retard and brain dead. This year, Merton was in the gifted program, and he loved coming back from his special classes so he could show off what he had learned. Plus, he had already announced to anybody who would listen that his big brother and his dad and his grandfather had all gone to Harvard University, and that he was going to go there too. One kid like Merton can almost ruin a whole school year. But one of the great things about Stephen is he keeps on trying. Even before the other boys had stopped laughing at him, he said, "But how about when all the gases are used up? The sun will have to go out someday, and then I bet someone could go there." I didn't have to turn around to see the nasty smirk on Merton's face. I could hear it in his voice. "Nice try, moron. The sun's never going to burn out." And the rest of the boys kept on laughing. It was too much, hearing him treat Stephen that way. A new fact burst into my mind. The only way to stop a kid like Merton is to overpower him. And something inside me snapped. I whipped around on my lunch stool, and I jabbed my pointer finger toward Merton's face, and I said, "You're wrong, Merton, wrong. The sun will go out. The sun is using up its supply of hydrogen because the hydrogen atoms are being converted into helium atoms. And that atomic conversation is not the same as burning gas, which is what you just said, moron. And only 0.7% of the available hydrogen actually converts into heat energy. And the best estimate is that it will take another 100 billion years for all the hydrogen to be used up. So at the end of 100 billion years, the sun will, in fact, go out. So Stephen is right. And more important than that, you are wrong. So just stop acting like you're the most brilliant person in the solar system and do everyone a big favor and shut up and eat the rest of that disgusting spaghetti." When my speech ended, I was the center of the circle of silence. All around me, fork loads of food hung half open between plates and open mouths. Straws were sucking between lips, but no one was drinking. Nothing moved except the little cubes of red Jell-O wiggling in plastic bowls. And all eyes were on me. And maybe on Merton too, but mostly on me. Karen broke the spell. "Give it up for Nora!" And she started chanting, "Nora, Nora, Nora." And the other girls at my table started chanting too. and it went on for about 10 seconds until Mrs. Rosen walked over and made everybody quiet down. I felt terrible. I had never lost my temper in public before, and I had never used my intelligence that way either. Merton had deserved every word I had thrown into his face, but I had gone too far. And what would Stephen think? I had never seen him get mad, not once. I had to get out of there. I stood up and grabbed my tray, but as I turned around, something caught my eye. Someone was standing by the door of the playground, about 10 feet from where I had been sitting, close enough to have heard every word I said. It was Dr. Trindler.